Hello, hello, and welcome to another scene for Nightfall in Amsterdam. We are following our group of guru from the sunken Norwegian back to the Sept for a flat-out guru gathering. So Air's going to kind of look at Veronica and Willow as they're on their way back. And so, what do you think? Fire? Fire?
Yeah, yeah. So I I've learned a few things coming from what I come from, but one of the tricks of my kind is just being able to manifest, you know, chunks of them at times. And fire is just, well, I already had a positive experience with one, so I figured I'd do it again.
Okay. Well, need to find a. Uh, are we talking about the fire spirit that you were talking about, the fire elemental spirit, or are we talking
Yeah.
about? Are we on the same page here? Okay,
Yes. Yes.
because I'm I'm saying that we should build a fire and talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I can be a little dense sometimes.
Hey, at least you went with what you knew in regard to the spirit. That's good.
I mean, at the very least, there are peers and often are betters. Got to respect the hell out of them. It's part of the
Just
reason
not.
I'm not. It's part of the reason I'm learning from the right master.
There you go.
Daddy didn't raise no dummy.
I myself prefer going to the former rights master if I have questions, but we all have our preferences and in different ways that we do things, right?
Well, to be fair, it's unless he sent me to somebody else, that's who I would kind of de facto go to learn a couple of rights around here, just to get permission wise. And well, and he pulls something out of his duffel bag that, mind you, is him size, so it's pretty big. He pulls out the staff he got at Beltane. Plus, I want to know how to properly take care of my friend.
Ah,
It's
that
not
you
very
would.
it's not very often a Fianna gives a meta something.
You got that right. Uh, she
Tries
kind
to
of leans
give you
over and
something.
pulls her heels off of her feet. Well, I suppose if we're gonna have a fire and chat, we should get to building it.
I'll help.
And she stops for a second. Music. You hear it?
No.
Oh, you will.
Okay.
You'll hear it
And you
as it
start
gets
hearing
closer.
electronic music playing, getting pretty loud pretty quick. And you see a girl in a hoodie, looks like she has some earbuds going up and in, walking up towards you guys.
See?
My goodness, her hair is
She points
colorful.
towards her ears.
I like it. It's colorful. Thought about dyeing my beard pink once.
Your beard.
Yeah,
Still should.
I might.
You make a
Um,
statement.
when they get on set proper, he's going to ask before he does this. Would you guys be okay if I was back how I just am? I kind of feel like it would be more appropriate.
I mean, we're in a safe spot for you to be who you are.
Well, it's still a polite thing. It freaks a lot of people out. I mean, I know you've seen me before. Um, oh God, but probably should wait. It freaks people out. I don't want to cause an unwanted accident.
You,
People-
like I said, you do what you're comfortable with, but I still gotta wood, flames.
He's gonna help gather up stuff.
Wood and flames. Are you making a fire out here?
I'd say
You're gonna go to one of the fire pits, yeah.
Yes.
I'd say 4 successes for gathering stuff's pretty good.
Yeah. I'd say so.
What are we making a fire for?
Sit around and talk. It looks like Willow here has done quite the job of collecting wood.
You know the thing where you see Hermes Conrad in Futurama where he starts filing stuff at the bureau? He's doing
Mhm.
that with wood chunks and getting it all in a pile.
That is very
See?
efficient. I like it.
Yeah.
That should be enough for a few hours.
Hopefully that's plenty enough.
Okay. So, first things first. By the way, hi, new person. The proper's in a second. He's going to face air properly. So bow to her very slightly. Say, I know your name, Air, but I don't know anything more. I am Willow Mulson of the Children of Gaia, born of sin, and I am a Ragabash. I am at your service.
She'll give him a nod. Well, fair is fair, I suppose. I am Air Sigurdsson, born under a crescent moon, on 2 legs, Cleath, daughter of Fenris.
He's going to offer out his hand. Yuff.
Oh, Deed, and she pauses. Oh, Deeded rends her enemy's skulls.
He nods. Hand still extended.
She'll take his hand and shake his hand.
She can feel the scales.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she knows they're there. She's
I know,
seen
but
them.
she can feel them. It's much different
Right.
to feel them. And he turns. And I do not know your name, but as I said, I am William Mulson of the Children of Gaia. I'm a Cleath Ragabash born of sin.
You notice she doesn't look up at you. She's just staring at her phone.
She can't hear you,
He
unfortunately.
doesn't know that. Oh, are you saying that out in character?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
He's going to make a motion with his hand in the peripheral vision area.
Oui, I saw what you said. I'll be todo did disobeys authority. Ragabash of the Glasswalkers, force down of the nation.
Greetings, Raya. Pleasure to see another new moon. And he actually will drop to his knees so that her standing up is closer to where his head is.
She's only like 5'2", maybe.
I said closer.
Get up, get up. I'm not. I do not care about you being beneath me.
Okay. All right. Ah, man. So starts helping with the fire. Do you want to do the honors, or should I, or what?
So out of game, this is like discussing like what we talked about with you wanting to be in the pack.
This will be for that's about it. He's actually talking about lighting the fire.
Okay.
Go for it.
Kai. He's doing it the old-fashioned way. With some stone and flint. 4 successes.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Huzzah!
You were muted on the headset, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, we'll probably come walking up to the fire pit with a little coffee pot and some books and some wood, and oh, there's people here.
Runa! Big wave.
Hello, Willow. And she'll come
Here.
walking up.
Oh, before I forget, it's the right thing to do. He is going to go up to Runa, drop to his knees, put his hands behind his back. Runa, I need you to do me a favor.
What is it, Willow?
I want you to assume the war form and punch me in the face.
What have you done?
I insulted your alpha, and I feel I slighted your entire pack. This is part of my recompense.
Shouldn't it be up to her and her pack what your recompense should be?
You're not wrong. This is my offer. Initial.
An apology
Oh,
for
that's
slighting us.
coming. This is an addition to.
I will let my alpha decide whether or not the apology is sufficient before I start throwing punches.
That's fair. Part of the reason I'm trying to find Gerard. I need some help.
Runa raises an eyebrow.
Well, he's all super proper, and I messed up, and I'm trying to fix that. And the best way to do that is learn how to be more proper. I mean, coming from where I came from, it's a hard adjustment.
You would ask a Galliard to teach you manners.
I would ask a Silver Fang.
That's fair.
If I needed a Galliard, I have a friend right there.
But while we're on that topic, you do know how to properly introduce yourself.
Oh yes,
I've seen you do it.
it's not about that though.
No, if you want to make good with Eric
I think he's the only.
and the rest of my pack, come to us. Apologize for what you've done wrong. And tell us why you know it's wrong. And like I said, I'll let my alpha decide whether the apology is sufficient before I start throwing punches.
Yep, understood. He's gonna get up.
So, what brings you all out tonight?
Not eating mages.
The eyebrow goes up.
Veronica
Yeah,
smirks at Air.
Wouldn't that count as eating human flesh anyway? You really don't want to do that.
I mean, do they count as humans?
As far as I know, if it's not a guru and it's not of the worm, it counts as a human.
Aaron
Okay,
nods and points at Runa like, yep, what she said.
okay. Figuratively, then. Not gonna lie, that guy made me really mad for a minute, even though he didn't mean to.
Out of game,
Aaron.
Veronica made him really mad. Out of game, Veronica made Aaron mad.
I can't say I know that much about well workers,
Can't say I do either.
except that they're Karen drainers.
Here's what I know. Obviously, I've got a little bit experience with them, being as I have some will workers in my family on my family tree there. They're all very different. Very, very different.
I guess that makes
I
sense.
suppose
We're
that
all
might
kind
be
of.
because they're technically kinfolk too. But yeah, that
It's made of head hurt.
Aaron fellow is definitely well,
Look,
he's an interesting fellow in the fact that he lacks the ability to people.
look. I want to say something, and this is me saying this. Remember this. That guy was weird.
He doesn't know how to deal with people, and he's very blunt.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah, you can say that.
I do find it amusing when
Very
I do
forward
find it
about the.
amusing
Are
that
there
he doesn't know.
people? Is there any possibilities for murder?
Oh yeah, I think my favorite is he doesn't know slang, but he knows people in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks.
Right.
Abby pipes up, but her voice is a little lower, and if you glance at her, you'll see a young man sitting where she was. Perhaps he just needs a few lessons in manners.
What the what?
What the heck?
Jumps back like 3 feet. What the?
Is
What is the problem?
this a gift you were talking about learning?
Oui, it is. To help us getting the spell back with less connections.
Veronica raised both her eyebrows, impressed.
This is why I'm going to have to dye my hair. I do not think a young man of this age should be going into work with this kind of hair. Perhaps brown or maybe blonde.
That would
Brown
require
would
you to.
prob-
Go blonde because then you can fix it again. Then you can return it if you need to.
Oui, that is what I was thinking. And her hair looks like short, like a normal guy's cut for somebody her age. But it's still very colorful.
So, wait. That's still you?
And she will, you know how Arya peeled off her face and went back to normal? She's gonna make a similar motion across her face and return to herself. Her
Yeah.
hair extending out and as she releases the gift.
That is super cool.
So I will probably have this spear here within the week.
I gotta learn that trick.
You want to be a tall, beautiful woman?
I don't know if I'd be
No.
beautiful.
You would not be
I
able
don't
to learn
so.
it, actually, because it turns you into a man. And I am fairly certain you are already a man.
I'm male, yes.
Oui, so it would not do anything for you.
Oh. Okay, no worries. Um, so you guys are hunting for something, it sounds like.
Espia.
Yes.
Okay.
A spear that belonged
Something we
to a
need to get.
great war spirit.
Always give it to someone not so great.
Um,
I see.
have you guys just not been able to find it?
Oh no, it is
Oh,
well and safe at the
yes.
moment in the police department.
Oh,
Oh shit.
um,
Yeah, so Runa, it's at a it's the it's Rat Spear, the one that we Magnuson kinfolk impaled on at the
Mm-hmm.
crime scene.
The police have it. How do the police have it?
Yes.
It was a crime scene and they
Well,
took it as evidence.
it's part of the crime scene. Thankfully to them, however, it's a mundane object. We, however, know better.
I was so sure Grace had taken it.
I knew that she took the clothes of the leech and and I think the objects from the snake man, but the spears, the body was still impaled on it.
Well, I guess I must have been mistaken. In any case,
It's that would have disrupted the crime scene far too much anyway.
yeah, it probably would have. So,
Um,
you're going to get it back?
That is my intention. I
Please
have a
do.
bag of splinters of that kind of wood, a arrowhead of similar make. I will be doing, she makes air quotes, tests on the spear, and at which point I will be passing it sideways. And I will then have the bag of splinters and spearhead to show that the weapon had a catastrophic failure and how it was used in a crime is perplexing. This way they do not know that it is missing, and evidence gets damaged during testing quite regularly.
Be careful. It would be a shame if we had to dispatch.
I mean, you do whatever you have to make sure the Vel's protected.
I have an
Exactly.
airtight cover to get in there.
Do you possess the gift of blissful ignorance?
None.
If you have, if there is time to possess it, from my understanding, the Weaver eyes cannot see them through them.
It will not matter if the Weaver eyes see me or not. They will see me as a man.
Oh, True enough. So you've got a way in. You know what you're looking for. You know where it is. So you just need the thing to
Yes.
make them look the other way. You need a distraction.
No, because the testing rooms tend to be sealed off for protection of others, so you cannot randomly walk in. And they have covered blinds. I will stab myself with several splinters to show that I was stabbing with it to test it, and that it shattered in my hands or broke in my hands.
Um,
Understood. I was just going to
Stabbing
suggest.
yourself, a wise idea.
It is just small splinter, like tiny little shard to show that me pulling it out so that they see that it happened while it was in my hands, so that it seems more realistic. Because if a wooden staff breaks while it is in your hands, you will likely get injured.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep it realistic.
Yep. Be right back, guys. Got to use the restroom real quick.
But I have a backdoor into the police informations. I have an airtight cover. I have the disguise ready, as you saw. All I have to do now is get in and get out.
Well, I hope your mission goes well.
Merci. I am planning it for a night when they have less people scheduled. That does not mean that there won't be extra people in due to crimes of some sort, but the fewest eyes on the area, the better. Just in case.
Exactly.
So we shall see. Willow, perhaps you want to be useful. Perhaps you can be on the other side of the gauntlet to catch the spear as I pass it across. Otherwise, I will just go out and grab it when I leave.
So if I can make a suggestion to you,
Oui.
a distraction is still pertinent. May I suggest a fire across the street from wherever the station is?
Do you want to start a fire?
I didn't start the fire. It's all been burning since the world's been turning. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Abby's face kind of lights up.
Well, I mean, fires have been pretty common, it sounds like, with that errant dude admitting to lighting a bunch of fires and setting buildings on fire.
It does. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Do you know what his signature is with the fires?
Sound like technological places.
Yes, but each Arsen tends to have their own signature, their own way of doing things.
I don't know, but I just heard about it the first time tonight. I don't think it would be that hard to find
I
out,
don't
though.
know either. That
It
was
seems
my
like an awkward conversation
been
to have with
doing
an admitted arsonist.
it, so
So if I can help, I will. OC, basically, it's going to depend on my work schedule and timing.
this
Oh,
errand
it's
fellow is
slippery, but
awkward in general.
Oh goodness.
I'm sure if you paid him enough, he'd just do it
So
himself.
you're probably right. He seems like that kind of guy.
But then that's a loose end.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
yeah. Not as much. Worry about that later. On a separate note, so Abby, Air, I don't know if Veronica has told you guys, but I've kind of been wanting to be considered to join you guys' pack under Eagle. Um, I know you guys have had some member loss recently, and well, he's just gonna point at Veronica and like motion like he's gonna poke her in the ribs, but not come close enough to do it.
Mhm.
Somebody's got to crack this shell.
She raises one eyebrow. Crack shell.
Yes, because sometimes you're emotionally constipated.
What?
I like that description. That is excellent. I like him already.
Look, it's my job as a ragabash to keep people from taking themselves too seriously and not let them get remotely close to Hirano. That ain't gonna happen under my watch. And
Oh, she
sometimes that
has
means
way too
getting
much
you.
sex. She has way too much sex to be close to Hano.
I mean, that's fair. Although, I do gotta warn you, if you guys do accept me, expect to be goosed periodically. Gotta keep you on your toes. Runa can tell you about how sneaky I can be.
He is very sneaky.
Aries
He's
is an
even managed
eyebrow.
to grab me and toss me up in the air when I'm standing right in front of him.
Yep. But you
And can
learn to
see
pay
him.
more attention, right?
Yes, I did.
See? Doing my job. I'm not the best
And he's
person in the
never
world.
safe.
No, it is never safe. Not even on a sept. Especially not alone.
Oh, I know.
But
Believe me, I know.
I can tell you this much. A lot of people consider the children of Gaia to be, weak or not willing to get the job done. I can tell you this much. I take my job very seriously, and I was trained to be a Karen guardian.
I've seen that you take your auspice duties seriously.
Yep. It's kind of hard to not do Unicorn's job for us, too. It's just the opportunity hasn't presented itself to me.
Abby glances at Veronica. I already told you what my requirement for him was.
Out of game, can you remind me what they were again? It's been.
Bringing his own beanbag.
Yes, you did make that requirement.
Being big chair.
So, she looks over at Willow.
Duh.
I have a question since I know most of the time children of Gaia always don't agree with the other tribes.
Sure.
What happens if we make a decision you don't agree with when push comes to shove?
Oh, that's simple. I don't challenge the leader during wartime, i.e. a mission. I'll disagree with you all day when we come back and figure out how we could have done it better after the fact, but I'll follow orders when the time comes.
That's a step up from the last one.
I don't have to like your decisions to follow them. Doesn't mean I won't question them.
Well, I mean, you are a ragabash.
I can get away with so much, and what I can't get away with, I
Your
can
job
take a punch for.
thing.
So Abby and Veronica will hear. Abby and Air will hear about Veronica on the pack link. So I do also like to hear feedback from the both of you, and I know some of your terms that you made. I don't, like I said, I don't really want to just let anyone into the pack, but he is offering to help.
He sounds more willing to stand by us.
I'm fine with him.
One of the big things I did learn with him, which what we saw with Rat, a lot of the corruption, he mentioned something about the corruption of the worm, the worst is coming from within. So he has some wisdom that some of us don't pay attention to us
Over the
as
pack.
often.
Oh, absolutely.
And if he does goose you, don't hesitate to like goose him back or whatever you want. He does submit right away. She waits for feedback from the two other pack members because
You
Veronica
goosed him
actually does
back.
listen. Oh, I sure as fucking hell did.
She said, sorry, I'm not touching any pack mates' butts.
That is understandable, but he was not in the pack when doing this.
I would not touch his to the pack link. She says not. I would not touch his
Fair
butt,
enough.
even if he was not in the pack. He would get his comeuppance though.
He had pants on.
So before you guys make decisions, because I'm
pack-
guessing you're
Pack
doing
link. There's only one time touching another guru's butt's appropriate.
What Willow would see is a
That's
lot
if
of
it's close
silence.
touch.
yeah, I mean he can gather what's going on. So before you guys decide, all you guys have seen me here what I look like for real, except for Abby, and she at least deserves to see that before she makes her decision. Well, he's gonna take a step back. Sorry, I get a little big. And he's going to revert back to his breed form. This is me.
You kind of remind me of a super villain from Spider-Man,
I've heard that one. Yeah.
and it is a well-known fact that you. Maybe that is what we will give you the name of.
Maybe. Back in California, they called me Womp.
Like womp womp womp.
Like Whomping Willow. That's where I got my name from.
Whomping
Oh.
willow. Oh no.
Yeah, the lack of, you see his hands now. He has no claws. The lack of these made me have to get really good at wrestling and punching and stuff.
I will have a spear soon. Would you like to use that?
I would not say no, but I believe it would not be right for someone of my rank to have more than 2 fetishes already. And I have 2.
Oh, they are.
Would I take it? Yes. Do I deserve to have more than I have? No.
The last owner did not deserve to have it, so whether you deserve it or not is still up to determination.
I would
No?
leave that up to
She's looking at Veronica.
I would leave that up to Veronica.
So that spear was given to us from a battle from another spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Air mentioned one thing that she'd like to ask the spirit's permission, either give it back as respect, if it was okay to give to another packmate and he determined it. I do feel another pack member should have it, whether it's someone lower rank or someone that doesn't have one, because it looks like all of us have at least gotten something.
Yeah, I'm very happy with mine. And he's going to pat his duffel bag, and he's going to gently touch his staff. They are my friends. I can't hear them, but I know they can hear me. And on that spot, he's actually going to give each one of them a gnosis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, the
Do you
spear
like
was
feathers?
technically a part of the war spirit.
Do you like feathers?
Yes, I like feathers a lot.
Good, because I will be finishing that right either before this week is over or just after I get this spear back. So I hope I will have more.
Very cool. I know a little bit about Eagle, having come from a child of Gaia Sept, and the fact that Eagle is part of Eagle is part of Unicorn's brood. So I hope that is a positive on my account. He actually is acting. Actually, if anybody wants to make me a perception empathy check, feel free.
Give me a second
looking
here.
that up as well.
Abby's playing games on her phone and watching the conversation.
I know my perception.
Did they the standard?
Yeah, standard diff.
Got one success.
Okay.
I'll wait till Abby and Air make their
Abby's
rolls.
not rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just the dice are. Excuse me,
I
the dice room's
understand.
turtling. I think my computer is just getting warm. It's been on for a while. I have to get a cooling pad for it.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Should be home soon. Okay, so fancy that. I'm not even switching over to my name to log in. I'm just going to use this as is.
Okay.
Wow, we're on it. All of us.
Um,
We're just on it.
he's kind of acting like he's expecting the worst. That's the most I can give you. And for size reference, because huge size, and oh my god, most Krenos Guru at minimum are about 9-10 feet tall. Well, about 8 to 10 feet tall,
Right.
somewhere in that range.
All right, so here is my
Yeah, realistically, he's probably pushing 12 to 13, and probably weighs
I mean,
at least
he's
half a
huge
ton.
size, right?
Yeah, huge
And
size.
7 foot already.
Yeah, so he's probably pushing 12 to 13. So he is definitely like on the ground with like like sitting forward, not with his knees crossed, but like his knees out in front of him and his elbows on his knees.
Okay.
I'll understand if you guys say no, but I really would like to help.
Over the pack link, Air says, I don't have anything against this.
I don't either.
I am in support of this.
He also seems like he's very supportive and helpful.
Agreed.
And he mostly is just looking for somewhere
Oh,
that
you
he
might-
just. I don't think the totem thing's what bothers him, but more if he doesn't want to be alone and outside a pack.
Well, I mean, we'll have to speak with Eagle, too, to let Eagle know we've accepted him, if he will.
That is a good point.
Have we decided whether we are staying or going? I have not heard more back about this Odin.
I haven't made any decisions one way or another on my end. I can only make that decision for me.
And I still remembered Eagle's choice of words that he said he wasn't sure if he was a good pick or not for us.
But as
Good.
it stands, here we are.
Yeah. And I mean,
Sorry, Abby, but you need to put forth your requirements to him yourself in regards to the beanbag chair, though.
Abiel turned towards the large fellow on the ground. Monsieur Willow, your requirement for joining this pack is to get your own beanbag chair.
Sure.
Abby
Can
looks
I-
to Veronica. I am good. You'll sit.
Can I
Yes.
order it online and just get it delivered?
Oui.
Can somebody spot me $50 to order one online and get it delivered?
Air kind of glances at Veronica and over the pack link and says, "You have the credit card."
Does the credit card still have money?
Abby may accidentally clear the purchases off of it so that it never runs out of money.
We could say he owes another favor and not tell him.
Oui, that is a very good idea.
And it could just be a minor favor, so he gets a prank. I'm sure he'll handle it well. Veronica just
You
gives
do
a
as you see fit.
sinister smile. All right. Now, I already know you know a favor. Now you're asking to join a pack and money to get a beanbag.
Yeah.
So, you do realize that's going to require another minor favor, right?
Of course. I
All
promise
right.
you, if you take care of it, I won't prank you for a month.
Oh, no. I might actually require something from you.
Oh, okay.
You just catch laughter on the pack link with Aaron, Abby. Okay, we gotta come up with something minor for him to do.
Over the pack link. Oh, sweet Gaia, you didn't have any.
We could always have him
You
start a
didn't have
fire.
anything in mind.
We could always have him start a
I
fire
already did start a fire.
for assisting Abby with the spear getting.
Didn't he offer to do that already, though?
He could.
No, he must do something that would get him in a more awkward situation.
He goes to someone else singing, "My milkshake brings all the girls to the boys." Damn right, it's better than yours. Topless.
Where's he doing this?
At
Oh,
the booth.
Erin literally puts her hand to her forehead as they're having this conversation over the pack link. And the look on her face is just like, I can't. I can't.
At this time, he's just kind of sitting back and humming a song from Greece. Beauty school dropout. Go back to high school.
Runa's got her little coffee pot on the fire and is working on making a pot of coffee.
I'll think of something.
You do that.
Out
For
of game,
now,
I gotta
think,
I gotta get creative about it.
For now, I think we have a decision. Yes.
Yes.
I think Lucas likes him. So
Rocco gives a look to Willow.
Good.
All right, Willow, you can run with us.
He perks up.
Looks at Air to mention about the totem thing because she's the Theurge.
I'm sure we'll have to talk to Eagle too.
Of course.
But we accept you, so I'm sure he will.
Have you ever seen a lizard smile?
In Mortal Kombat, reptile.
Let me get.
I was gonna mean like more like a bearded dragon.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That grin.
Mm-hmm.
If you were not so large, that might almost be an adorable little coin you have there.
Well, does this help? He will spend a rage and reduce himself down into the lupus form.
Thank you for not catching flies.
Does that help?
That is
Mind you, he's still the
different.
size of a freaking hippo.
That is different.
It's who I am. If you're okay with taking a twice damn medicine, I will happily join. I already like you
certainly
guys.
wouldn't be alone.
No, I wouldn't. Can't be going to being a lone wolf as a medicine. It's a quick way to get witch hunted.
Do you have a preference on kind of video games?
I didn't really get much of an opportunity because I lived out in the nature preserve, or national forest, I should say. But occasionally, I got to play stuff on a what was it called? I got to play stuff on a Game Boy Advance, and I really liked that.
I will have plenty of games for you to experiment with.
I'm sure he's still better than I am at them.
I don't know.
He might have trouble with the controllers because the buttons are so small compared to how big he is. You might have a chance there.
Ugh.
Yeah, thumbs are kind of they're kind of big for most controllers. Although apparently one would fit me really well, but I never seen it. Something called a Duke.
Couldn't we dedicate a controller to him so he can use it?
That would be a frivolous use of dedication, but it would probably work.
Would,
Oui?
depending. Yeah.
Easier just to get one. What's it called?
Have one custom made? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
I
Yeah.
could do that myself.
Well,
It's
see,
far
there you
easier
go,
than-
Abby.
You
It's
guys
far
would.
easier than building new explosives. Remaking those claymores with the silver nitrite is a pain in my patootie.
You guys would do that for me?
Why
I'm
not?
technologically impaired, but Abby and Lucas, I'm sure, are quite good with the technology stuff, being glasswalkers.
Oh, Lucas is a glasswalker?
Oui.
Ah,
Yes.
and I'm guessing from what I saw earlier from the things on his head, he's like me, huh?
Oui.
Yes.
Yes. He just plays those off as costume props.
He actually visibly relaxes. It's going to be kind of nice not being alone.
Now, as long as you do not pull the shit that the last one that we lost did, you'll have a nice, happy life here with us.
I don't know what was done, but I don't think you're going to have to worry about it.
She abandoned the pack during
Oh.
combat.
Is this person still alive so I can slit their throat?
No.
Well, funny you mention that. No, she's not. And yes, it was more than a slit throat.
Oh?
Well, yes.
It was also more than just abandoning her pack on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to turn and do the head cock.
Willow, what is the biggest thing you tell everyone that's the biggest threat?
Did I tell anybody?
Anigaru. The reason for all your tricks.
Oh, it's to teach a lesson.
And there's another thing you teach everyone.
What's that?
You said it a few times with what is the biggest threat to Garu.
Oh, the biggest threat to Garu is the worm growing within our own hearts.
Precisely.
It's something that a lot of people don't take as serious as they should. So one of the biggest tenets of the litany, at least to me, is combating the worm wherever it dwells and breeds. But a lot of people just take that at face value and not dig into what that means. I think I told you about it, Runa, but literally the worm, it's corruption, and that takes a lot of forms. One of the biggest one it takes is just hating. I mean,
And
yeah,
sometimes it's letting others take advantage of your good intentions.
it's not understanding and learning or paying attention. It's a lot of stuff. We're not going to be perfect, but you have to pay attention.
Willow, make a perception and empathy check with Veronica.
Okay.
Standard difficulty.
Momento.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure this would be ditto with other pack members.
Perception, empathy.
Yeah. Because this is regarding Rat.
2 successes.
So you could piece together about your lesson and discussing Rat.
Oh, I kind of figured. I know somebody knows all
Well,
about it.
Abby got 5 successes.
Oh, this was more for just Willow figuring it out. I said it was just probably the same.
No, I think.
But yeah,
Oh,
I'm sorry if I didn't communicate that well out of game. Sorry.
fine by me.
yeah, I can kind of get you guys got wronged because somebody let something happen.
Oh, we weren't the only ones wronged. At the end of it all.
Mm-mm. The worst thing you hear about me that's going to seem bad is, if it's possible, I'm going to say we try to fix something that's been corrupted before we try to destroy it. But if that's not possible, you cleanse it with fire. You can't always fix things, but you can try a lot of the time. If it puts my pack mates at risk, then and they're not, and they are willing to accept it, that's okay. If you're not willing to accept it, then by fire be purged. We're not all nice and friendly. He kind of attempts to break the tension, like just kind of head to the side, eyes closed, grinning and scratching the back of his head.
I still need to figure out
No,
what the
we're not
sandwich.
always all warm, friendly.
Yeah, we're all, you know, bunch of potheads and sex junkies and not willing to fight, right?
Abby kind of pulls herself in, withdrawing a bit at that.
That's the stereotype, at least.
It's a stereotype. It's not the only one.
It is a stereotype. She kind of puts a hand on Abby's shoulder.
Thank you, by the
She'll
way.
just give her a look.
It means a lot to me. You won't regret it.
Veronica nods.
As will air.
So, with that settled, until as far as we can get talking with Eagle, what's on the docket?
Hmm. Well, I mean, we are at war with another sept. That's a big one. The pack has also been tasked with looking into a few things, but the war with the other sept is the big one.
Yeah.
Uh, there were as far with as far as other things go, the incident with the former pack member that we lost, there were some kinfolk involved, and while we don't know exactly how many there were in the first place, but trying to track down any loose and missing kinfolk in the city is probably key, because we don't know how. Well, I'm sure there are others out there doing the same things that she was, but they aren't as misguided as she was.
We should probably have. We should probably go to the warder or the wormfoe with this information and maybe have someone take a census. Find out what tribes are missing
Yes.
people. Or haven't heard from their kin in the city.
That'd be a good place to start, most definitely.
Well, where I can help out, I will happily do it. all my kinfolk connections are back home, but we do have a pretty big network about who's who and where's who.
Well, I know where most of mine are.
Most? Oh, yes. I think we
I
mentioned this before.
I wouldn't be surprised if I have some bloodkin around here, considering what tribe my mother was. Well,
She raises an eyebrow.
oh, you can tell he's got pure breed, but it ain't children of Gaia.
What is it?
Fianna.
She raises an eyebrow. Well, there are definitely some Fianna around here.
Yeah. I mm, I my dad is my dad. My dad is my only parent. That's what I know, that's what the spirits know. But the one that birthed me, I know did not die. And that's it.
Okay.
I'm hoping that she recovered from the scandal she suffered, but I don't think it would be viewed with any kind of love or kinship if I were to meet the family from her side.
Likely not.
But I can try to track down what I can track down.
I would be cautious.
I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They shoot me, I'm going to heal up.
Mm,
Depending on the Fianna in question,
Well, I meant the
might be the
kinfolk.
least. Oh, the kin. Well,
Yeah.
again,
no.
Especially if I go up to them all big and scaly, they're going to think I'm a Lenorm or something.
I would still be cautious who you approach among the kin. Because, well, Fianna have certain feelings about people of your breed.
Oh, I'm aware.
That they do.
You know, what's really funny is I came to this up and I literally have met the two nicest Fianna I've ever met. And one of them was not that nice, and they were still the nicest, and then the right master. So what's that tell you?
It tells me that I'm right in thinking shooting you would probably be the least of what they would do.
Like, it would be the first thing they would probably do, but you're right. They would tell me to get the hell out first. It's the life of one like me. You kind of learn to appreciate it. Uh-huh. It is what it is. But you know what?
Yeah.
All that
Excuse
means is I've got to work twice as hard to prove that I'm as good.
Didn't do it?
Oh yeah. Why do you think I'm so anal retentive about doing my job as a ragabash? Um, Veronica, I have a favor to ask.
Veronica perks up.
So
Another one.
yeah, but this is less needing something for me and more just covering my ass as being part of the pack.
All right.
While I have no intention of ever meeting these people, it probably would be a good idea to find out who my biological parents were, just to keep tensions from rising if we ever encounter them. So what I'm going to ask is, would you be willing to perform the rite of heritage?
Out of game, that's a big responsibility.
It is. I mean, if you mess up, and you don't have to. And if you say no, it's okay.
I would have to be taught the right.
You would. At least it's a level 1, right?
Yeah. I don't see an issue with this.
Okay.
Because out of game, it would prevent a fight.
Exactly.
It's diplomatic.
It is. Just because I have ulterior motive doesn't matter. But yeah, if we could arrange that, that'd probably be a good thing. In the meantime, let you guys know what I'm planning. Isolated and I had talked about me finding like a warehouse or something around here and just kind of turning that into a pack house kind of thing. And that was before even I had thought about joining pack. So do we already have a pack house?
We do not.
Not
Okay.
really.
So Abby, if I find a place that's a good location for one, like a old warehouse or something, do you think you could fudge the records via some Weaver spirits and make it to be like one of us actually owns the place?
Why would I need weaver spirits?
I don't assume how good you are at doing something technological just because you're a glasswalker.
I am probably one of the finest hackers in the world.
And with that, he's actually going to get down on his knees and like faux bow. It's like, I bow to your infinite technological wisdom.
I can see what can be done depending on who owns it. Technically, make sure that they do not have connections to people that will be upset.
Okay.
If it is in foreclosure so that the bank is in control, it would be easier because the bank can easily lose a property versus an individual or a small company.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm just thinking that sometimes it'd be good to have a place where we know we're safe and we know we can fortify outside of the sept, because you don't always want to bring enemies back to the sept as far as following you.
Well,
This is true.
I do know that two Garou fighting in my living room do not fall to the floor.
That's pretty cool.
Hey,
I'm a
hey.
little heavier than
Somebody had to take him.
And I am very thankful that you did.
well. You took a guru in the living room. You realize there that I have to ask you a question, not for tonight, but for later. Do you know what that question is?
No, I don't.
Wanna wrestle?
That is why you have to get the beanbag chair because I am not replacing more furniture.
Well, that's part of the reason I want a warehouse, because big open space.
And you can still
It's
take out the
true.
support structure or any number
Right.
of things.
See, that's why you get the help of a earth spirit, and you dig out like a 20 by 20 pit that you can't mess up.
Like,
My goodness, the neighborhood dogs are loud tonight.
They get that way sometimes.
yes, yes, they do.
Out of curiosity,
They're
was that
highly-
Fenris?
Yes.
Yes, yes, that was.
I'm guessing John's home.
Precious puppy.
Yep.
All right. Well, unless there's anything else, I know Willow's satisfied for this evening.
Hmm.
I think I'm good.
I think we can end the scene here.
All right. I'm on it. All right. This was another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. Thank you, players, for playing. Watchers for watching. Bye bye.